being a pro where you are. I think a lot of times, like guys and girls alike, we see the big time people on social media, and we see big time athletes or that they train and things like that, and we just naturally by human nature want to be at that point. I mean, who wouldn't? It's cool to be able to step in and work with big time D1 guys and girls and things like that. But you have to be a pro. The biggest lesson that I've learned is be a pro where you are. So learn how to be a professional in whatever geographic location that you're in. Because once you learn that lesson, then you're able to take those lessons to other people. If you never learn that lesson of how to be a pro where you are, then you only stagnate yourself. And through that process, nobody gets better, including the athlete. And so you just have to learn how to navigate that process. And I know when you're a young trainer, you kind of think about it like, well, I want to work with these people or that person versus like maybe who's in front of you. Depends on where you start. But if you learn how to be a pro where you are, you'll get results from everybody. But when the time is right and your time comes, then you're gonna see a a lot of room for growth, or a lot of growth happen within your business or your career, what have you. And it's really just a matter of how you position yourself, and when the opportunity comes, are you ready for that opportunity? I know whenever you're younger, especially as a young trainer, and you having to scream to get people's attention, you really want to be known as, the go-to person. So naturally, as a human nature, you scream so that people can see you. And when I say scream, I'm not literally talking about screaming. I'm talking about like you make a lot of noise so people can see you. So it may appear arrogant, things like that, but that's just what it takes to be recognized, I guess you say. Again, that's natural. It's human nature, but you just have to take time to do the things that being successful is going to require. And I keep coming back to that point, and be a pro where you are. What does a pro look like? And you have to define that. A pro shows up when there may be one kid, or it may be a group of 20 or 30, or however many for the day. A pro doesn't change how they respond to one kid, training one kid, or the enthusiasm they take to training one kid versus 50 to 100 kids. A pro shows up when they feel it and when they don't feel it. One thing about sports performance training that I tell kids is like, some kids talk to me and they like, Coach, it's easier for you. You're not the one working. And I'm like, yeah, but there's days too where, because the hours are so odd, I could be doing something else. Or I think about the sacrifices that I'm making personally. Or I think about like the days it's 110, I don't want to be out here either. Or 105 on the index, I don't want to be out here either. And you still have to get out there and work and grind. And a lot of hours that we put in, trainers and athletes alike, are hours that no one else sees. And so that's just the biggest, I guess, my TED talk for today while I was setting the field is like, be a pro where you are, learn to accept and grow in the process, and while you're doing that, um, be a people person first, and the rest will follow. And if you do that, then good things will happen. I hope this was, I don't know, good information, or at least inspirational to whatever your endeavors are. And if you like the content, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, be legendary.